Hello, welcome to the video and welcome to summer in Fuerteventura by the sea. I'm going to be trying to spot some dolphins today, and if you like to see these lovely beautiful creatures, fingers crossed I get to see them, okay? And what else I get up to, not too sure. Stick around. Hi, my name is Steve Morgan, and from the age of 16, when I left home, I've had some crazy adventures. It's been the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's why I decided to do Morgan's World, to share those journeys with you. To keep up to date with my life's journeys, please like and subscribe to my channel below. Welcome to my world. And we are off. Mucho bueno.
Kaput. Italy. No Italy.
Yeehaw! So on this bike ride, I've met Michael, yeah?
Hi.
And you're from Cologne, yeah?
Yes, I'm from Cologne.
Interesting thing about Cologne, I've been there one time, Cologne, Germany. It is Carnival this week, isn't it?
Okay, because on Monday it's Roast Monday. So, we call it German Rosenmontag.
And a couple of days ago it was ladies' night, yeah? Ladies' day.
Yes.
If you're ever going to go to Carnival in Germany and you're a single guy, I recommend the Thursday. It's ladies' night, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I went there once. It is absolutely banging. I'm telling you. Hey, really nice meeting you, man. Enjoy the journey.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're about an hour into the trip and we still have not seen any dolphins. But I do have myself a beer. Okay, so we have just arrived. We've just docked. That's my bus over there, taking me back to my hotel. And this is the closest I've seen to seeing dolphins. Unless I got in the water. If I got in the water, then there'd be a whale swimming about. But this is the most I have seen. I don't know if you can see it with this camera, but there are a lot of fishes. So I have just met these Geordie girls, alright, and they have just come off a tour, alright, and they saw dolphins and they weren't even on a dolphin tour. So show me that picture again, please. Alright, can we see that on my phone? Maybe a little bit. But you know, that is not right. That is just sacrilegious.
Not right. You did a big jump. It was great. Yeah, we genuinely saw a ton of dolphins.
There they are, just rubbing it in my bloody face. You know, I paid money. What did you pay money to do? What was your tour?
That was the VIP. It wasn't VIP. It was. That's what says on the tickets. The deluxe cruise or something.
Deluxe cruise. And what were you supposed to see?
We just went on a sail around, have a little.
Oh, you just went around and they're all a bit tipsy because they've been drinking prosecco. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. I'll go back to my all-inclusive shite vino.
It's terrible, like.
So it's lunchtime and I'm back at the hotel, and pretty much the only fish I've seen today, except for those few at the end of my trip, are these dead ones. They'll be in my tummy in a few minutes. Okay, so today may have seemed like a bit of a disaster, and it depends how you look at it. If all I wanted to do was see dolphins and whales, then yes, it was a complete failure. All right, but however, you know, I met some interesting people. I met Mike from Cologne and his family, very nice gentleman, and his family seems nice as well. And thank you for subscribing, Mike. Also, here's the good news, okay? All right, so I may not have seen dolphins and whales today, but next month I am going back to Iceland, and I've already booked a trip to go out there and hopefully, fingers crossed again, see whales or dolphins or whatever. But here's the deal with the Iceland trip, okay? If I don't get to see it, my ticket's good until I do. It's like the Northern Lights ticket. I purchased a Northern Lights ticket a few years ago, and I still have not seen the Northern Lights. So that's why I'll be making my third trip back to Iceland. Once you see the Northern Lights, then they mark your name off and your ticket becomes invalid. And that's all fine and fair with me. Anyway, so let's see what else I can get up to. Right now, get out of this, take a shower, head downstairs, get a bit of scoff, and Bob's your uncle. So I've been in the bar for the last few hours, or the hotel bars, just having a few beers and wines and shots. But to be honest, there's still not a lot going on. So maybe I will call it a night tonight. But before I go to bed, I do have a little friend that I'm sitting next to, okay? This little creature. Hi. Lovely little cat. Okay, so some people have had too much to drink. And that's what happens when you have free alcohol. But to be fair, the guy doing the most shouting, he was a bit of a dickhead. He was just too loud. He was making my eardrums burst, you know. So yeah. Anyway, that's what happens in these all-inclusive holidays, where you get, hate to say this, mostly British people. You know, we are the main culprits. We are, you know, everybody thinks we're. You know, you go to countries like the United States and they absolutely love us because they think we're all like Mr. Perfect and James Bond. But then people like the Spanish, they know us a little bit better. And we're all not all like that, you know. Some of us are just total a-holes, if you know what I mean. Anyway, yep. So it's the next day and I've been out running along these paths over here. It's a nice scenic route with very fresh air. But after lunch, I think I will go out and check out that light tower over there, see what it's all about. Okay, like promised, I'm on my way to the lighthouse, and it's evening time. The sun is going down. It just feels so beautiful. The temperature's just lovely. You can feel the sea air, and it's just so nice. Got myself some wine in a plastic cup or some sangria. Got to be careful not to spill it on this t-shirt or this shirt. This shirt, I did a Japanese commercial years ago as an extra, and they let me keep this shirt afterwards. A Formula One commercial. That's something I've done in the past. Hey, here's a true story. I've never mentioned this on my YouTube channel, but I was actually an extra in Fury, and this is honestly this is the first time I've mentioned it and I've had my channel now for a good 10 months, okay? But I have spoilt that movie, unfortunately, so for a lot of my old army mates. They'll be watching that movie and then they'd see me in it. But anyway, I'll try and show you a picture of it. But look how beautiful the sea is, and the marshes, and the lighthouse just in front of me. And this place, this area that I'm walking in, it's not really a town, but it's called Jandida or something like that. and it's just like a long strip in Fuerteventura, and yeah, it's just really nice. It's on the southern part of the island. So from what I get, so I've been here a while now, and from what I get about this island is it's a very quiet island. So if you're here with the missus, or you're here with a boyfriend, or a family, it's perfect. And it's even perfect for single people that just want a bit of peace. But if you want to party, I mean, you can party, and I have done it, but it's not a party island, as to say. So right over there is the lighthouse that I'm walking to, but look over here. It's not a dinosaur, it is a whale. It's a whale that got washed up on the beach. Okay, so in case you don't know what Fury is a Brad Pitt movie, and I can honestly tell you from the bottom of my heart, I've had coffee with Brad Pitt. I mean, not in Starbucks or anything, just on the set. You know, he sat down and had a little kind of chat and what have you. But it's not a big deal to me. I'd rather have a cup of coffee with you guys. So if you haven't subscribed yet, think about it. If you're ever in my neck of the woods, let's have a cup of coffee or a beer. But all right, so here's another story. Okay, my ex-wife, and I have never said anything bad about her on this channel, at least, and I'm not really going to, no way, because she is the mother of my kid, so I've got to respect that. But I'll say she was a little bit mean to me, and that's nicely putting it, okay? But as the years went on, you know, she got remarried and everything, and she was such a Brad Pitt fan, and she never missed a single movie. And I just got a little chuckle to myself, like, knowing that when she went to the movie theatre with her husband, it's my face she saw halfway through the movie. Halfway through the movie, in the prisoner of war scene, where you can see some big lump of a guy with a beard, well, that was me. Well, anyway, I've got more stories, but I'm not at 1,000 subs yet. If you watch my vlog, Surviving Benidorm, I was going to spill the beans about this prison uniform that I was wearing. The same one I wore in Cologne, but it's got a lot of history behind it, that black and white stripes. And I was going to spill the beans about something, but I need to have at least 1,000 subs, because my mate Noodles told me you don't waste an RPG on a bod, and I listened to him. So what he's basically trying to say, if the enemy's, you know, somewhere in the distance, you wouldn't waste an expensive piece of ammo when you could take them out with a 5.56 NATO round or a 7.62 millimeter, you know? It's more cost effective, isn't it? Well, it's the same thing as far as my story goes. You know, I'm not quite at 1,000 subs, but when you hear the story about the prison suit, I mean, at the time, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. But I laugh about it now. And you don't know if... A preacher once told me in Texas, I don't know if your life is a comedy or a tragedy. And he ain't wrong. I laugh about it now. So many years have gone by. But I will I'll let the cat out of the bag when I'm at 1,000 subs and the time is right. So looky here. Here is the lighthouse, and I have just walked up to it, and it's not possible to go inside, unfortunately. But look at the beautiful surroundings. Look at the beach. Okay, well, it is about sunset time, but I imagine it wasn't that busy on the beach today. It's not like other beaches like Ibiza and Marbella and Benidorm, where sometimes people have punch-ups over trying to put a towel on the beach, a towel in their spot. And I know I did mention yesterday about an almost punch-up, but fortunately nothing happened. You know, it was just some people that had a bigger bark than their bite. But you know, these sort of things can happen. You know, people do argue over the stupid little things, you know, a deck chair or a towel or whatever. But over here, at least, there isn't many people. It's lovely, but there is enough people. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, so as the sangria starts flowing in my Greg's cup, okay, here is another story, a true story. So my granddad was an American citizen, okay, and unfortunately he wasn't one by birthright. He was like one that was naturalized, and I always heard hard stories about how he left home as a young boy or whatever. Okay, yeah. All right. And he went over to America, and the voyage took a long time from Ireland. But lucky him, when he arrived at Ellis Island, he stuck his hand up and became a citizen. Okay. Well, anyway, years later, I'm imagining it was like around the Great Depression. He went back to Ireland, and he got a house, bought a bit of land, and he bought a house. And my cousin now has a house on that land. He inherited the land. But look, those mountains over there kind of remind me of the mountains overlooking my cousin's land. But there are some more beautiful mountains. There is Croagh Patrick, which I don't have a picture of, which is also known as St. Patrick's Mountain. Okay, so I also tell you that story banterfully, you know, because I lived a long time in the United States, and when I tell you the story about the black and white stripes prison uniform, more things will become clear. But I can promise you, when I landed in New York, the very first time I went to America, I didn't see the Statue of Liberty. I must have been on the wrong side of the airplane or whatever. And I certainly didn't go to no Ellis Island and stick my hand up and become a citizen. So, yeah, I'm sure his life was tough in some regards. But in some regards, I just envy how nice and easy it was for him. You know, anyway, those are stories for other days. Look at this. Look how beautiful it is. Gorgeous. And yesterday I might have missed whale watching, and things were a little bit dampened at the end of the night with a bunch of guys arguing in the bar. That shouldn't be happening, okay? But right now, I gotta do it. Put my cup down. I'm king of the world! Okay, so while I'm going on about stories from the past, my granddad was born in 1888, and I still have very, very fond memories of him. He died probably when I was about 6 or 7 years old, or maybe even younger, you know, but he went back to Ireland and he met my grandmother. He was about 30 years older than her, and he still ended up having 6 children, okay? So, yeah, fair play to him, all right? And he lived a good, long life and what have you. Well, I'm a granddad now, and I've got a grandson called Liam, and he lives in Texas, and you know, I'd like him to have good memories of me. We'll just have to wait and see, okay, how that all fans out. But there's more stories to come, plenty more stories to come. It's not all just about travel, it's about Morgan's World. Okay, so as I walk back to my hotel, there's all these birds in a tree and they're just making some really crazy noise. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know, is it like a mating call? Can you hear that? But they're all just different sounds. At one point I thought they were monkeys. Maybe they're fighting over territory. I don't think it's mating season. I mean, I don't think it's, they're not feeding their young ones. Oh, and now they're quiet since I started talking. But you might be able to see them up there in the, between the palm tree leaves. But you could definitely hear them. Thought I'd share that all with you, if there's any bird lovers out there. So it's the end of the night, and I'm at the bar, and I'm with my mate Richard from the other video, the guy that sat next to me on the plane, and this is Elaine.
Elaine
Elaine.
From Glasgow.
And we don't do shots, never.
A rose in between two thorns. Come on.
Yes, come on.
Let's do that. Let's do the shot.
Chin chin.
Chin chin to the rest of our holiday. Alright. You got to look in the eyes, or it's 7 years bad sex. So this is where the video ends. I think Richard just got lucky. Cheers to that. Tomorrow I'm going to another part of the island. So if you'd like to see the other part of the island, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when the next video comes out. It's usually a Saturday, but it's not set in stone. Give it a thumbs up, muchas gracias, and I'll see you all on the next journey.